Okay, so maybe this is us. Good morning, everyone. My name is Margo van Greta. I'm calling in from Scotland, from Eco Village Vindhorn, and I'm very honored to do the meditation today. Today it's the anniversary of the passing away of Lama Zopa Rinpoche, one of the founders of this lineage. How many of you know Lama Zopa or have met him or had teachings of him? Can I see any show of hands? Yeah, okay. Some, yeah, great. So because it's the anniversary of his passing away, I thought to do a little special, something special. Of course, every meditation is special, but today I wanted to follow the advice of His Holiness the Dalai Lama and recite a short prayer. It's the prayer to Lama Tsongkhapa, the Migtsema. So a very short prayer. Lama Tsongkhapa lived 500, 800 years ago, a long time ago, and he is the founder of this lineage that all of us are part of. So it's a prayer to honor him. So this is one of the practices advised by His Holiness the Dalai Lama. It's the shortest one, so that was part of my decision to choose this one. Then afterwards, I was thinking to do another very special meditation. There is a meditation that guides us through the death process. So this is not that you're going to die in the next half hour. It's mainly a meditation, just like a dress rehearsal, like an actor would do a dress rehearsal before doing a play. So we imagine ourselves on a possible deathbed and go through the different stages that people go through at their deathbed. According to Tibetan Buddhism. So the reason is that it's a very special time for our spiritual practice. And when we're prepared for that, then it can help us to make good decisions at that time, also in relation to our reincarnation and choosing or being guided to a next life. So that's my plan. I just want to check. Are you okay with that? Can I see some thumbs up? I see some thumbs up nodding. Yeah? Okay. So this is not that, you're going to die sooner or that you won't die at all. This is just a practice, a rehearsal. And yeah, personally, I'm very fond of it. Some people practice this every day. So let's go into I'm going to screen share the prayer. So we do a motivation and then I'm going to we recite the prayer. Since you're all muted, you can do the prayer out loud. At the beginning of the session, we just recite it. At the end, we might sing it because it has a very lovely tune. So let's begin by bringing ourselves fully present in our body. Notice our breathing. Leaving behind everything we don't need for this session. Let's connect with our motivation for being here. Let's include an altruistic motivation. We may have a standard motivation to practice our regular practices to be more happy, more peaceful, more satisfied in our lives, better able to deal with whatever life brings us. Let's hold the vision that we can extend that to others, that through our practice we may be of benefit to others, that we may be able to be of benefit to all living beings. Today, as it's the anniversary of Lama Zopa Rinpoche's passing on, manifesting the aspect of death. Let's do a special prayer, the Migtsema prayer, to honor him, to request him. We find the next reincarnation and acknowledge the next person stepping in that role. So please join me reciting the 5 lines. Let's do it in Tibetan, and later you can read the translation underneath. Or let's do the translation first, and you know what you're saying. It says, Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-objectifying compassion. Manjushri, master of stainless wisdom. Lord of secrets, destroyer of the entire host of Maras. Tsongkhapa, crown ornament of the sages of the land of snow. Losang Drakpa, at your feet I make requests. Do it in Tibetan. Mikme tse we ter chen chen rezik. Drime kienpe wangpo jampel yang. Dupu malu jangze sangwe dak. Gangchen kepe tsu gen tsongkapa. Losang drakpa tsak la solma dap. And we'll do it another time at the end. Now let's move into the meditation on the death process. So here you can imagine a possible scenario of your death. Maybe you're in a bed at home or in a hospital bed. Maybe there are doctors or nurses, maybe friends or family around you, either nervously or very supportive. Maybe they're holding your hand, maybe not. You are on your back in bed, staring up to the ceiling, wondering what's next. There will be 8 different stages according to Tibetan Buddhism. The first is when the earth element dissolves. This is when the body becomes very thin, limbs more loose, and you feel as if the body is sinking under the earth. The aggregate of form absorbs, and the limbs becoming smaller, the body more weak and powerless, and the general radiance of the body diminishes, and all one's strength is very much reduced. Your sight becomes unclear, and dark. You cannot open your eyes anymore. And there is an internal sign, the appearance of a mirage. The next stage is the water element that dissolves. This is where any fluids are reduced, your saliva or sweat, urine or blood, it will dry out greatly. Mouth may feel dry. The aggregate of feeling absorbs. And the body consciousness can no longer experience the three types of feelings: pleasure, pain, indifference, that accompany sense consciousness. The basic wisdom of equality will dissolve, and we are no longer mindful of the feelings of pleasure or pain or neutral feelings that go together with the mental consciousness. We don't care so much anymore, usually. And our ear stops functioning. We no longer can hear external or internal sounds. And there's an internal sign, the appearance of smoke. And with all of this, it's a good idea to stay fully present, really being curious. Just as if you're watching a movie and you want to know what's happening next. So bring your curiosity to this process. Next, the fire element dissolves. And here we cannot digest food or drink anymore. The aggregate of discrimination absorbs, and one is no longer mindful of the affairs of close persons. You might not recognize the people around you sitting next to you. The basic wisdom of analysis dissolves. And you can no longer remember the names of your friends or family members. Your inhalation becomes weak and the exhalation strong and lengthy. And you cannot smell anymore. The internal signs are the appearances of fireflies or sparks, as if you move a log on a wood fire. There are sparks within smoke. Next, the wind element dissolves. They say the winds move to the heart and the inhalation and exhalation stop. You cannot perform physical actions, cannot experience smooth or roughness. You're no longer mindful of external worldly activities or purposes. Your tongue becomes thick and short. And there's an internal sign of seeing a little candlelight about to go out, a sputtering candlelight. Then the aggregate of consciousness absorbs. And they say the winds in the right and left channels above the heart enter the central channel at the top of the head. And there's an internal sign of a space filled with white light, as if there is a full moon on a snow landscape. Then this dissolves. The winds in the right and left channel below the heart enter the central channel at the base of the spine. And the internal sign is a clear space filled with red light, as if you're watching a powerful sunset. Then this dissolves, and the upper and lower winds gather at the heart. And the winds enter the drop at the heart. You don't need to understand this. This will happen. And the internal sign is a space of complete darkness. So here the invitation is to stay present and alert and curious. A thick darkness, as if there is a night sky without any moon or stars or street lights, just complete darkness. Then this dissolves, and then all winds dissolve in the subtle life-bearing wind, in the indestructible drop at the heart. No need to question that, but the internal sign is a very clear space. It's the mind of clear light of death. They say it's the color of the sky before the sun rises. Or just have a vast sense of spaciousness, as if you look out of an aeroplane above the clouds, looking into an endless space. So focus on this clear light for a couple of minutes. Oh, if this were to be the actual time of death, then the consciousness would pass back through the stages of dissolution in reverse order. It would be reborn in an intermediate state, in between lives, in a subtle body. But now this is a practice or rehearsal. So we connect back with our own body. Notice our breathing. Notice our sit bones on the seat. Maybe gently move your shoulders, your toes. Let's dedicate the positive energy of our session. May this help us with our own death, whenever that will be. Let's send the positive energy to the memory of Lama Zopa Rinpoche, to all his projects within the FPMT, all the centers he inspired, to all his students, wishing them well with their practices, all the projects they are doing. Also a quick finding his reincarnation, so that person may be able to benefit all beings in the best possible way. And I'd like to dedicate it to Lou, our dear friend who has been supporting these meditations for a long, long time. As he is in a time of transition. Let's wish him well and grace and ease and peace and whatever else we wish. I just want to open the space for a moment. If there's anyone else in your life you want to dedicate the positive energy for, then please unmute and say that out loud, their name.
I can go. My father, his name is Michael.
Thank you.
Ed Winston, who passed last week.
Thank you.
Coral, who's been caring for Lou for several months and who's been just so caring and loving.
Thank you. Oh, let's see all these dedications to all those people and anyone else at this time of transition being landed. And finally, I'd like to invite you to do the Migtsema again, the chant. And if you want, you can sing it. It has a very simple melody. Maybe some of you know it. I'll just screen share the text. Okay, so when you chant it with the melody, you don't sing the third line. I tried to highlight it, but I cannot. So you skip the third line. So if you're all muted, you can sing out loud. Migtsema sherchen rezik drimegen pe wang po yang pe yang gang chen ke pe tuk gian song ka pa lo sang drak pe Zapla solvanda. Okay, so thank you very much for joining in, and blessings on your day. Let's give thanks we are still alive and make the most of our precious life. Thank you so much.